you guys didn't know, WWE 2K25 is literally 5 months away, and there has been a lot of changes going on in the WWE that could affect the game. Now, before we dive right into today's video, I do want to let you guys know that I will be doing a series over here on the channel leading up into the release of WWE 2K25, talking about all the other game modes such as My Faction, Universe mode, and even the Showcase mode, and how those modes should either be revamped or scratched in a hole. Now, in today's video, we're going to be talking about the most important thing when it comes to these WWE games, and that is the roster. So before we dive right into today's video, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. Also subscribe to the channel as well, because it does help out the channel a lot. So like I always say, let me quit wasting you guys' time. Let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. So as you guys can see, the first thing I do want to talk about is the commentary team. Now, as we all know, currently for WWE 2K24, we have the old 3-man booth with Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. Now, these 3 individuals are on the commentary team for SmackDown, Raw, and even NXT. Now, to update WWE 2K25 commentary team, I would like to see them actually remove Byron Saxton from the commentary team. And you know what? Not just to only remove him, but actually replace him with Wade Barrett. Now, we had Byron Saxton on the commentary team, I believe, since 2K19, if I'm not mistaken. And Wade Barrett, I believe, made his debut to the commentary team back in 2019, if it was for NXT, and I think for SmackDown in 2020, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, let me know in the comment section down below. But yeah, I believe WWE 2K25 should replace Byron Saxton with Wade Barrett, and make that new 3-man booth commentary team with Michael Cole, Wade Barrett, and Corey Graves. Now, if we was to make this even more updated, I would like to see them bring in Joe Tessitore and add him to the commentary team as well. Now, how this would work is that I would like to see them have separate brand commentary teams. So for SmackDown, it would be Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and the ring announcer will be Alicia Taylor. And for Monday Night Raw, the commentary duo team will be Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett. And the ring announcer should be someone that did make the return yesterday on Monday Night Raw, which is Lillian Garcia. Now, we're going to be talking about her a little bit more in just a second. But yeah, Lillian Garcia should be the ring announcer for Monday Night Raw. And when it comes to the NXT commentary team, now I know a lot of you guys might be thinking or might have thought that I wasn't going to even talk about the NXT commentary team. Well, yes, because NXT is a big part of the WWE. So I feel like they should have their own commentary team as well, which should include Booker T and Vic Joseph, and the ring announcer should be Mike Rome. Now, yeah, these are the commentary updates that I feel like WWE 2K25 needs, and they also need some new lines as well, because I am kind of getting sick or tired of listening to the same old lines over and over again. But yo, the commentary team needs a huge update for WWE 2K25, and in order to really make the game feel any different from 2K22 and 2K23 and even 2K24. Now, up next, as you guys can see, is the main thing when it comes to a roster update, and that is the roster itself. Now, as we all know, when WWE 2K advertised their game, they always say that, the next game is going to have a bigger and better roster. You can shout out to WWE 12. But they always advertise that the roster, well, for the next year's game, the roster is going to be even bigger. And they haven't lied on that. So I do expect WWE 2K25 to have a huge roster. But we're not going to just talk about how the roster should be huge. We're going to go into a little bit more detail and talk about, specific superstars that should make base roster. Now, we're not going to be talking about any DLC superstars. We're going to be mainly focusing on superstars that should make base roster. Now, this isn't confirmed confirmed, but this is me just saying that these guys should be base roster due to specific dates. And up first, we have Naomi. Now, as you guys all know, we all been wanting Naomi to make her return into the WWE 2K game, which we know is WWE 2K24 right now. We wanted her to be included in some sort of patch update or even added in as a special DLC. Now, 2K24 isn't over yet. We still got one more DLC pack that need to be released, and we probably also got a couple of more updates. When I say a couple of more updates, I'm talking about patch updates that could happen with this game. Now, I don't see them adding in Naomi because we are late in the year, and also they are focusing on the next game, which is WWE 2K25. Now, I believe Naomi should be base roster, and the reason for that being is because she did make her return to the WWE in January 2024, and you know that was in the Royal Rumble, and I believe that was January the 27th. So yeah, she should be base roster, and also it should be easy for her to be base roster because she was in WWE 2K22, and as you guys all know, that is when they came back from making WWE 2K20, so that was like a 1-year difference. So I believe her model is most likely still in the files. So yeah, that is why I believe Naomi should be base roster. Now up next, we have Andrade, and it's basically for the same reason as Naomi, because he did make his return January 27th of 2024 at the Royal Rumble, but he wasn't in 2K22. I believe Andrade's last appearance in a WWE 2K game was all the way back in WWE 2K20, which I'm going to have to stop talking about in the video because I know we don't even want to go 5 years back and talk about that game. But yeah, Andrade should also make base roster, and for the same reason as Naomi. Now up next, we have AOP and Paul Erling. Now these three individuals did make their return to the WWE back in January, and to be more specific, it was January 5th of 2024. So they should easily make base roster, but knowing 2K, they most likely wouldn't, especially AOP since that is like a tag team. But you know, I'm just gonna keep it a little bit positive. I believe they most likely will make base roster, and also because you would want to already have them cited as a faction in the game with Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Now last but not least, we have the Bloodline in Tama Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. Now I know a lot of you guys are saying to yourselves right now that yo, the Bloodline most definitely won't be base roster, they will be DLC. Now I am kind of 50-50 on it because come on, it is kind of easy to just put them three in a DLC, some sort of DLC pack, entitled the DLC pack the Bloodline pack. Yo, that is kind of easy, but the reason why I believe that these guys should be base roster is because Tama Tonga, let's start off with him first. He did make his debut in April, and if you guys don't know, March is when we got the release of WWE 2K24, so he definitely made his debut in time, which is a 1 month difference from when the game was released, from March to April. So yeah, he made it in time for me to believe that he will be in base roster. Now up next, we have Tonga Loa, which he did make his debut in the month of May, which is also well in time to be placed as base roster as well, considering that May is only 2 months from the release of when we got WWE 2K24. And last but not least, Jacob Fatu, which he made his debut in June, which is 3 months after we got the release of WWE 2K24. So with these guys making their debut 3 months after we got the release of WWE 2K24, does kind of seem that they have a higher chance of being base roster. But like I said, knowing 2K, that pack will bring a lot of attention, and it could be DLC for these three. But anyways, guys, it's been Blix Action here, keeping you guys posted on a lot of WWE 2K24 news, rumors, leaks, DLCs, as well as updates. If you did enjoy the video, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because it will help out with the channel a lot. But anyways, Blix Action signing off, y'all. Peace.